Hey guys, so here's my completed workbench. It's made mostly of 2-inch square tube stock. It's around 48 inches wide, 30 inches deep, and then I think 40 inches high, at least for the tabletop. I know it's pretty tall, but I'm a taller guy, so I like to actually have things at my height versus lower down where I have to bend down and start working on things. So anyway, let's take a look at it. So what I did was I left this section open right here so I can put some bar stock in here and then clamp it down. I'm basically going to use that for a vise, welded on a little nut here, and this way I can lock it down. The tabletop itself is 3/16 inch plate. I actually kind of wanted 1/4 inch, but that got kind of pricey, so I just went with the 3/16. I think it'll hold up. If not, I can easily change it out later on. On the bottom, obviously, I've got some reinforcing pieces here. What I want to do is eventually get one of the Harbor Freight tool chest and fit it in this little open section here. And that's really why I made this, that's why I built it the way I did, actually. On the back end, we've got this splash guard. It's just some sheet metal. Went ahead and ground it down, took off the mill scale, and then clear coated it. Also what I did was, in order to lock this plate, went ahead and welded on these little angle brackets so they butt up against the frame itself. And then actually what I did on the back, so you can see it's kind of dark, so I welded on this piece of bar stock. So it actually forms a 90-degree lip. And then what happens here is this back plate actually locks down on top of it, so the plate can't pull out that easily. I'm going to weld it underneath the bottom anyway, so it won't ever pull out, but just in case that was ever a concern, that was something I did. Then I bent the sheet metal itself, because I'm going to put a little lathe on here, and anytime any of the machine oil gets on the back plate, I kind of want it to drip off and not drip behind. Also went ahead and bolted these down, as you can see. And then I went ahead and added these little screws on top just in case I ever needed to mount anything on here. I don't know what they're for yet, but I'll figure something out. And then the main part of this whole thing is these little jacks. So right now I've got one side jacked up, and what I'm going to do now is, that should be enough. And what this allows you to do is actually move this table around. So as you see, I can move the table as I need to. It's pretty easy. I can do it with one hand. And this table is not light, and it's going to get even heavier when I put that tool chest on here. So it's a 4-ton bottle jack. There's two on each side. There's one on each side. It's got some reinforcing there just so the steel doesn't bend. I use heavier gauge steel on this side, just because obviously it's going to be under some load. And then as you can see here, basically the way this works is the jack just pushes down on this free floating arm here and then pushes down these casters, which hit the floor at that point, and then that allows you to move it. When not in use, all I have to do is release the jacks. You see it went down, and then that's where the leveling feet take over. So you can screw those down to adjust to the the level of the floor. I had created those in a previous video, so I'm actually using them now. And then let me go drop the other side. And now this table's not going anywhere. I mean, I can push it, but I have to push it. Oh, it's sliding on the metal shavings I've got all over the floor. Okay. But yeah, it's a heavy table. It's not going to go anywhere once I actually get the feet down properly. But I forgot how much it weighs. I actually did the calculations on it based on how much steel I used. It was well over 180 pounds. At least last time. That was before I started adding all these little braces and everything, so I've got to go figure that out again. But that's pretty much it. As you see, should be able to move her around easily around the shop, especially when I put the tool chest on there. And then if I ever need to move, it's coming with me because I put too much work into this thing to leave it behind. Anyway, just wanted to show you that. So it's a quick little, well, it wasn't a quick build, but you know, it was one of the more fun builds I've had. So anyway, I'll talk to you later.